you arrive at an air show, always arrive early. The advantage is you get up close and personal with aircraft. So this is these lovely World War I planes here, and of course a very famous one here. This is not von Richter's Red Baron's actual plane, but a replica. But it does fly, and it plays war games with its little mates next door here. And the best part too of coming early is you never know what is going to go past you, because a lot of these planes are kept in hangars overnight. Of course, if you enjoy air shows, August 2026 on the Gold Coast, one of only two places in the world, Pacific Air Show. This is a Paul Bennett air show, puts on a great job, does all the organising along with Pay's Aviation. And don't forget too, another great Australian, Matt Hall, if you're into aircraft. Matt and Emma McDonald do some tremendous work for aerobatics, but we're just about to see a Royal Australian Air Force plane that's still in flying condition here come into view with its wings folded up, designating that it's part of a carrier group, so it can go on land on the deck of a ship and then fold its wings up and be taken down the stairs. So all this is taking place at Scone today, last 2 days, and it's a home at Warbirds over the Hunter, static displays that you can go and look at. And of course this is the Paul Bennett Air Show where you see them flying. And wherever you look you see unique aircraft, so even if you go to the United States, we go to some of the other air shows around the world. Wanaka one is on I think about a week after this one, in New Zealand. Warbirds over Wanaka. You're unlikely to see such a large conglomeration of warbirds from World War II actually flying, and not just flying one at a time, but flying in a mass formation. So this is just some of the general scenes as we look around Warbirds over the Hunter in March, last weekend at March 2026. Like I said, August, if you want to, the Gold Coast Pacific Air Show, there's still tickets available for that. You can buy tickets on the day actually, because it's held on Surfers Paradise Beach, virtually unlimited entrance. So smart people like ourselves, we've had our tickets now for 2 years for it, because they didn't hold it last year, so they held the tickets over. This one, I think we had everything locked in, best part of 12 months in advance. As soon as these things are released, get you and buy a Gold Pass. Must emphasise that if you go to any of these air shows apart from Gold Coast, buy the top ticket, you get seats, you're right in the middle of the display envelope, and lots of little things that really make it worthwhile. So go for the dearer tickets, might cost a few $100s, but if you're going to come, buy the best. Now, the reason I said come early, this aircraft parking apron here, you can already see a few people around, a few hundred people, maybe 200 or 300 people. Try 10,000 people if I came back in an hour or two. This whole large apron is just packed, and while these stalls look to have no one at them, food stalls, everything like that, yesterday the queues were an hour to 2 hours long. So do get to an air show early. You save yourself a lot of hassles and have a much more pleasant experience. This big hangar behind us, it will be packed with people, hundreds of people, literally thousands. And guess what's coming here shortly? Payes Aviation is going to let you fly as a passenger in a Spitfire. And this is coming shortly as a joy flight. We might go and ask one of these nice people what they can tell us. Yeah, good. Now, we know that on Monday there's Harvard and Stearman flights, but the Spitfire, how long before the Spitfire will actually be flying?
End of April.
End of April.
It'll be in Scone maybe the next week.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for it, yes.
So about April. Any idea of prices at the moment?
5,000, 30 minutes experience.
Okay. And there's already lots of people have put their...
That's all from yesterday.
Yeah.
That's actually a second sheet. So, yeah.
Right. Okay, we look forward to it. Now, we've had a chat there, some of it was live. Golf Whiskey Bravo, a twin-seater, Mark 9 Spitfire, will be the one that will be based here at Scone, and the half-hour experience by Payes Aviation and Vintage Fighter Restorations is going to cost you somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 for the half hour. But where else in the world? Well, I'll tell you where else in the world. You can go for a flight in the UK. They are usually booked out for months, years in advance. I can tell you now, this one hasn't even arrived in Scone yet, and I just had access. I wouldn't show you. There is over 30 people have already put down expressions of interest, and that was page 2. So we're probably looking at about 80 people have expressed an interest at $5,000 to $6,000 so, to go in this twin-seater. Now, it's a twin-seater, as you can see there. That was a trainer aircraft. And what do you get for your money? You get a whole experience. If the pilot is happy with you, you will get a brief time at the controls. So what more could you want between $5,000 and $6,000 to fly a Spitfire? Keep in touch. Payes Aviation, and they'll let you know what's happening with Golf Whiskey Bravo. It was restored and it's coming to Australia. Right, so we're inside Warbird Sabre Hunter, and we're going to show you some of the marvellous planes that you can see if you come and visit the display here. Not only planes, but engines, memorabilia. This one's been done up. We won't tell you about every single plane, it'll take too long. Everything from World War I planes. Like I said, they will tell you. Bristol Fighter there. Pitts Special. And this is a Pitts 2C. Right? Australian registered. Aerobatics Pitts Special. If you want that classic look. And then of course where else? Not too many places. We'll just see a flying boat up this close, and it's in absolutely immaculate condition. Army Cessna did great work spotting, reconnaissance, directing fire in Vietnam. Now you thought you saw all the planes out the front. No way did you see all the planes out the front. So we've got some classics here. These are part of the Hunter collection. Like I said, pay your money and come and have a really close-up look at them. And all this empty space here is where the rest of the planes go. But look at those lovely radial engines. 9-cylinder radial engine there. This Adventure. Reminds me of something the motorbikes in our collection there. You have oil drip trays. Wonderful 9-cylinder radial engine there. Dwarfs the plane really. Jet motor over the back. Now I told you there's a couple of RAAF trainer aircraft. We saw one out the front was actual member of the Roulettes team. Here's its mate. Someone might correct me. Point Cook, number 18 Squadron. Second Flight Training Unit, that might be better. Then we have this unusual jet here. This is a MiG-17. Complete with armament. And what do we know about the MiG-17? It was built in Poland. It's the original Soviet base 17. It's MiG-17. And this one was done up to match the colours of the Vietnamese Communist Party. In Vietnam. And we go to something that's much more patriotic. That's the RAAF. That was the enemy, the Viet Cong, Vietnamese Communist Party, and this here is a prime example of an Australian fighter. This is Mirage 110. Dates back to the 1960s, designed in France. First flew in 56, but this single seat one was built by the government aircraft factory in the Commonwealth Aircraft Corporation right here in 2021. They've been at Bankstown for 20 odd years and it's here. So it's Mirage, part of the great tradition of the Royal Australian Air Force. And this one, A344, was flown by Squadron Leader Phil Frawley. And when he retired, what do? He now flies people around in an L-39 Albatros. L-39 Albatros is a lovely plane. Quite often you see them at air shows in formations. If you want to, I think there's one at Armidale in Brad Edwards Aviation that takes flights. There's a few planes up there in Armidale that Brad takes people around flights for. But just harking back, the Spitfire experience will be one of the very few places in the world where you can go for a fly in a Spitfire.